everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are joining me for the first time today. My name is Lucy, and today I created this really simple but very, very effective glowy prom look. So if you do want to see how I created this look or what I used to create it, then please do keep watching.
I don't want to waste what's left.
So I am starting this video looking like a little bit of a mess. I'm sitting here in my dressing gown with my hair up in a messy ponytail, but let's be real, who doesn't do that when you're getting ready for prom? You're just sitting there all casual, you know. So that's what I'm gonna embrace today. As you can see, I've already done my eyebrows. I just thought it was quicker to get them done and out the way, so they are already done. Now the next step is to prime my eyelids, because obviously we want our eyes to stay put all night long if we are going to a prom. So I always use the P. Louise base. If you are new to my channel, you would probably not have known that, but hi, I always use the P. Louise base. If you have been watching me for a while, then it's probably come as no surprise to you. So let's go ahead and prime my eyes. So this video is going to be a slightly more easy to achieve kind of prom look. It's going to be a lot more simple with a little bit of shimmer on the lid. Just a very basic prom makeup look for people who aren't into all of the glitz and the glam and the cut crease and stuff like that for their prom. So I'm going to go ahead and do a really simple look today, but I am planning on doing a heavier kind of glam look for prom as well. So if you do want to see that, then please do let me know in the comments. I was thinking of doing one with like maybe a gold cut crease or something like that. I don't know. I know some of you girls and boys love to go a bit more extra for prom, so if you do want to see that, then do let me know. So the palette I'm going to be using for my eyes today is actually going to be the same palette I used in my last video. If you haven't seen my review video on this palette and this whole Morphe collection, then do go ahead and watch my previous video. I will link it in the description below. But this is the Morphe 35G palette. It is really gorgeous. It's got a lot of different neutral tones and warm browns and stuff like that, and I thought this would be absolutely perfect to achieve a nice summertime kind of prom look. I don't have the name sheet attached to it yet. It is over on the table over there, so I'm not going to bother giving you the shade names today, but all you need to know is that I am digging into this palette, so all of the shades I will use, unless I say otherwise, will be from this palette. So I'm starting with one of the lighter shades in this palette and just taking that right through my crease. Now this is something I don't actually do very often anymore, is taking like a transition shade, but I thought for prom it's actually probably a lot easier to do it this way because I am only going for a soft kind of look, so I don't need to build up the colours as such by doing it darkest to lightest. So I am just placing this shade all through my crease, doing it quite messily to be honest with you. I'm using a larger blending brush and just kind of buffing that all over my eye to give it some depth. I am going to zoom you in a little bit actually, because then you can see a bit better. I also asked over on my Instagram story this morning for you guys to send in some of my favourites kind of questions. So I've put favourites ... in the question box, and you guys are going to ask for, I guess, my favourites of anything. I said it could be makeup related, it could be non-makeup related, so I'm going to go ahead and see what some of you guys have asked. Okay, so the first one is actually your favourite ice cream flavour, and that is probably going to have to be chocolate. I am quite a chocoholic when it comes to like ice creams. I just love chocolate ice cream. For reference, my favorite Ben & Jerry's is the chocolate fudge brownie. Oh my god, that ice cream is just... If you have not tried the chocolate fudge brownie Ben & Jerry's, then you really need to, especially if you are a lover of chocolate, because honestly it's going to change your world. Someone has asked your favorite place to visit, and as hands down got to be San Francisco. If you guys have been following me on Instagram specifically for a long while, you would have seen me go to San Francisco quite a few times now. Well, I say quite a few. I've only been there 2 times, maybe 3, 2 or 3 times. But honestly, I feel completely like at home. As cringy as that sounds, I literally do. I just love it there so much. You know, when you just have your favorite place and you just always want to be there, that's definitely San Francisco for me. I literally love that city. I'm just taking a slightly darker brown shade from that same palette as well, and I'm going to go in and just slightly deepen up my outer corners because I don't want to do too much depth on this look, because I want to keep it quite nice and floaty. That was definitely not the right descriptive word. Light and shimmery and just not too heavy basically. So I'm only going to take a little bit of depth on the outer corner. I've actually been asked by quite a few people my favourite eyeliner, and I over the last sort of few months or so have been absolutely loving gel eyeliners. To create a really sharp wing, I actually think the trick is to use a gel liner over a liquid liner. So I, for the most part, have been using gel. I really love to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jet, I think it is, the Jet gel liner. That one is really creamy and really smooth. It's almost a similar consistency to their dip brow pomades for your eyebrows, but obviously it's an eyeliner. Morphe also have really nice ones, and also Sigma has a really nice one called Wicked as well, so I've been loving to use those for eyeliner. But if I'm using eyeliner for more of a detailed kind of look, then I always use the e.l.f. liquid liner because that's like really cheap and it just does the job absolutely perfectly. So those are the eyeliners I like to use. Now I'm just going all over my lid using one of the shimmery shades in the palette. Now if you did see my previous video, you would have seen I had a little bit of a problem with some of the shimmery shades in this palette, but I'm going to try and make them work and give them a second chance because I don't feel like I gave them a very fair shot. So I'm going to try it again. I'm just going to start packing that on my lid. Now today I've also actually got the Sleek Loose Pigments. Now these were kindly gifted to me a few days ago and I haven't had the chance to really try them on my eyes yet. Peaches pigments are some of my favourite to use, however these ones look absolutely stunning as well, so I am going to use this one today. This is, like I said, by Sleek. This one is in the shade Dazed. Of course I am taking first a glitter primer, so this is the NYX glitter primer and I'm going to just lay that down onto my eye first. Now I'm just going in with that darker shade I used before and just kind of deepening that back up. And that is going to be kind of the basis of our really simple kind of prom eyeshadow look. I know on camera it doesn't actually look as blended as it does in my mirror. I think that's just because of the different reflections of the pigment, but those pigments, by the way, are absolutely beautiful. They are definitely worth the money. I think they're only something like £5.50 or £5.49 or something like that, and you can obviously get them in Boots. Is it Boots they sell Sleek? Either Superdrug or Boots, and obviously on the Lsgmakeup website as well. So if you are interested in picking up some of those pigments, then I definitely do recommend. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking the Morphe Coffee Gel Liner. This is like a dark brown. You've probably seen me use this in a few of my videos because I am also running out of this gel liner because I love it that much. And I'm just literally going to line my top lash line with that. Now I'm not going to do a really thick line. It's literally only so that when I come to put in my lashes on, it's going to hide the lash band a little bit easier. So I prefer to use brown over black because it's just a slight bit less harsh than a black eyeliner. I'm just going to go ahead and pop on some mascara and some lashes and I'll be back with you for the face afterwards. So I've just popped on some lashes. I used the Unicorn Cosmetics lashes in the style Enchantra, which are the dragon lashes. You guys know that they are one of my favourite pairs of lashes in the whole wide world, so I would obviously wear them to prom because who wouldn't? They look absolutely gorgeous. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my face makeup. So I've just prepped my skin using the Sleek Moisturizing Primer and my skin feels really nice and soft now and ready to go. Now when it comes to prom, we obviously want our skin to look nice and glowy, and I say natural, but you kind of do want people to know you've got foundation on, you know, you want it to cover things, right? But you still want to look glowy and you want to look radiant. So I always recommend to put down some sort of liquid kind of illuminator or highlighter or something underneath your skin just so it's going to beam through your foundation. So today I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Nymph Body Highlighter. This is in the shade Luna. Even though it does say it's a body highlighter, I have seen Huda Beauty herself use it on her face, so I know it is face friendly. I'm literally just taking one pump on the back of my hand and I'm going to go ahead and distribute that around my face just using a primer brush. So now you could probably see me from the moon. I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation on top of it. I know this looks absolutely insane at the moment, but don't worry, it will calm down once we put foundation over the top, I hope. Now I'm taking the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation. I really love this foundation because it is nice and light on the skin, but it also gives you a little bit of coverage without making it look cakey at all. So this one will work really nicely on top of this highlighter. I literally can't get over the fact that I look like a tin can right now. This foundation is also a 16-hour wear power foundation, so you can wear it up to 16 hours and stay looking pretty damn good. So it's perfect for prom. Now I'm taking my Sleek Life Proof Concealer underneath my eyes to highlight under there and also get rid of those bags. Now I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes in place using the Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie Powder with the Huda Beauty brush as well. I really love this brush for under my eyes. It really gets in there so perfectly and it keeps them stayed nice and set under there. I don't know where I was going with that sentence, but it's good for setting the under eye, basically. For my bronzers today, I'm taking the MUA bronzer. You guys have probably heard me talk about this before. I love this bronzer because it is so cheap, but it's also such a lovely colour. And it's not too pigmented, so you get just the right amount of bronzer, I guess. I completely forgot about the favourites thing on my Instagram, so I've just remembered that one of them said favourite foundations for clients, and this is actually something I'm going to touch on when I do my client makeup tutorial, and I'm going to post it here on YouTube because a lot of you keep asking about loads of different things for clients, but it definitely does depend on your client's skin tone, so you've got to make sure that if they have an oily skin tone, then you're going to use more of a mattifying foundation, and if they've got a drier skin tone, then you're going to use more of a dewy kind of luminous foundation. But I really love using the Maybelline Superstay and also the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth Fit Me foundation as well. For my blusher, I'm taking the Benefit Dandelion blusher. I really like this because, again, it's not too pigmented, but it gives you a really gorgeous wash of colour. I really like the Benefit blushes because of that, because they don't come off super pigmented, but they are really lovely to build up. So that's the one I'm using. Now for my highlighter, I'm going to go ahead and use the Be Perfect Cosmetics in collaboration with Mitchell, the Sub-Zero highlighter palette. This is literally my favourite highlighter palette at the moment. I've been using it non-stop, so I'm going to go and dip into the shades Made It and also In Blankets as well. I've also been really enjoying highlighting the tops of my eyebrows recently as well, because I feel like it just gives more dimension to the face and it just makes your whole face look more glowy rather than just having the glow on your cheekbones. So I'm not entirely sure where my camera just cut off there, but I just finished up doing my highlighter. I also put on a little bit of bottom mascara and now I'm going to finish up with my lips. So I'm just taking a nude lip liner. This one is by Melchior. This one is in the shade Brown, and I'm just going to line my lips using that. Now, of course, because we've done something quite neutral on the eyes, you do have the option of doing a red lip if you obviously were wearing a dress that would go with red, but for the majority I think people would prefer to go for a nude. So for today I am just going to do a nude lip, but obviously it's completely up to you. You can just change this up however you want to. And for my gloss, I'm going to take my absolute favourite lip gloss of all time. This is the Anastasia Toffee Gloss. It's honestly just the most perfect kind of darker nude shade. You'll see it when I put it on, but it's absolutely gorgeous and it works so nicely on so many different skin tones as well. And to finish off the face, I'm just going to go ahead and spray a little bit of my Anastasia Dewy Set just to make everything pop a little bit more, as though we aren't already glowing to the gods. And to finish off this look, I am actually now going to take off my dressing gown. Don't worry, I have got a strapless top on. I just basically wanted to put to the test the new Huda Beauty highlighting drops on the body, because so far I have only used them under the foundation and I just want to see how glowy they're going to make me look. So obviously these are going to be absolutely ideal for anyone who's wearing a strapless dress to prom, or anything where they're showing off a little bit of their shoulders or collarbone area. So I'm using the exact same shade as I did under my skin. This one is the Luna drops. I'm just going to apply a couple of them to my hand, and then I'm going to use the body brush it came with in the package and just go over my collarbones with that. Okay, so there's one side with and one side without. Honestly, you can tell the difference. I think I've put a little bit too much on. I mean, some of you would argue that you can never have enough. But to me, I feel like I look a bit like a robot, so I would probably have done less next time, but they are absolutely gorgeous and they definitely do make your whole body just absolutely pop. So I do recommend these if you're wearing a strapless dress or something like that to your prom. So I'm not going to bother styling my hair like I would for prom in this video, because that could be a whole separate video, but for now I'm just going to leave my hair down as I normally would. And this, you you guys is my finished prom glowy kind of rose gold makeup look. I really hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you do decide to recreate this for your prom or just recreate in general, then please do make sure to tag me over on my Instagram, which is at Lsgmakeup, because I love creeping through your recreations and giving them a little like and a little comment. I'm honestly so obsessed with these highlighters by Huda Beauty. They have done an absolutely amazing job with the formula and everything. They are so glowy, but not only on the body as well. Can you see that glow under my skin? I mean, yes, it is also to do with the highlighter I did put on top, but it does make such a difference under the skin. Everything just looks so much glowier and a bit more natural looking. Like I said, this is one of the more natural kind of easy peasy looks you could do for your prom. For me, I would probably wear something like this if I were to go to prom now, because I think that you cannot go wrong with a look like this. It just looks absolutely flawless and so good and glowy, and it will look beautiful in pictures as well. However, if you do want to see me do a more heavier prom look with maybe a cut crease, some more chunky glittery kind of glitters and a wing liner or something like that, then please do let me know in the comments below and drop me some inspo of looks you'd like me to do. Like I said, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave it a thumbs up, a comment below, and also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. But for now, I'm going to leave this beautiful prom look here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!